Alright, we're about to hit the road. Got some errands to run. You're about to go on a ride with John here. Dear Lord, help me stay upright. Be with the road before me. Just watch over me, Lord, and the other people on the road, that we all have a good time. And we'll praise you for it, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Alright, everybody. We're going on a ride here. Today's December the 13th, and it is a nice 50 degrees outside today. I gotta wonder for people that winterize their bikes if the days with nice weather doesn't really make them want to get it back out. Or I guess you could. You know, everybody winterizes a bike differently. I don't know what all you would do, but for me, I just thought, you know, why not just ride the bike at least every 2 weeks? And that's working out for me so far. I've tried riding in below 30 degree weather, and you know, it actually is not terrible, believe it or not. Riding in the winter, people will say just don't ride in certain conditions. Don't ride in the rain, don't ride in the snow, don't ride in the ice, don't ride in the cold. I would agree, I think, with snow and ice, but if it has been reasonably dry, I would say that it being too cold shouldn't be something that keeps you completely off the road and off your bike, but I would say you definitely cannot ride the same way you would in the summertime. So I guess that's a good subject to keep talking about, is riding in the winter. Cold roads have less traction, so it's very important to be aware of that and know that. I try to avoid as much lean angle as possible in the wintertime, which will mean taking turns maybe about 10 miles per hour slower. I will find myself leaning more to make turns happen, and I think that's a good thing. I think generally being close to your tank and looking towards where you're going and having your weight shifted to the direction you're going is important. Oh, it is nice out today. I'm actually colder now than I usually am in my cold weather gear, which is funny. Oh, you know what though? There's an app for that. Anyway, so if this works out, this is going to be my first video. So I think maybe a little bit about myself will be helpful, although I think maybe I'll just get that with time. And I know who John is, but we'll see exactly who John is in these vlogs. We'll leave room for this to turn into whatever it's going to turn into, but mostly I think it's going to be me talking about dad life, talking about I don't know, just the things that are going through my head, the things I'm chewing on. Motorcycle riding for me is a great time to just think and process things, and I'm extroverted, so somehow when I get to make noise with my face and put it in front of people's eyes and ears, somehow that communication is better for me than just thinking. So I'm thinking about reading through the Bible through the year. It's coming up on 2019, but part of me, I'm just not that kind of structured person. I went through a time in my life where I would just consume the Bible. I would read for 3 hours a day. But if you would tell me, John, hey, you got to read 2 hours a day, I'd be like, that's too much, I'm not doing it. So, we'll see. I do want to read through the Bible chronologically, though. I know that's a cool thing to do, and a good way of sorting out what's in the Bible in a way that makes sense, because the Bible's grouped in terms of writings. So, for instance, person A might keep a record of everything that's going on from, you know, year 1900 to 1950. And that book would be one book of the Bible. And then there would be another person that keeps a similar record from like year 1925 to 1970. And even in the Bible, the one that's like later in time might be earlier in the book. So it does make sense the way that, classical monks and whoever had their councils and decided to organize the Bible. It does make sense. And it was done well, and I think it was done in a way that was spirit-led by God. But I think there's definitely different ways to study and learn. And I think reading through chronologically might be a good next step for me. And I'm actually thinking about going with the CSB or CSV, I forget which one it is, but it's like the Baptist answer to the ESV. I've read in the ESV mostly in the recent past. That's actually the last 10 years. Most of my reading of the Bible has been in the ESV. But I think this one is a little bit closer to the thought for thought, and it's I think it reads a little easier than ESV without compromising the importance of accurate translation. And for those of you, I think some people have a misnomer about Bible versions, that the more translation and versions we have, the more diluted and more confusing it gets. It's actually the complete opposite of that, because especially in the past 50 years or so, whenever the Dead Sea Scrolls came out, I forget when that was, maybe the 70s. In modern history, we have more data and more translations of the Bible available than ever. Hey, no, we're emerging there. Anyway, so we have older manuscripts. We have more manuscripts in the original languages, and they can't even be compared to like translations into English or Roman or Greek or whatever. But the amount of information we've had actually increased with time, and our translations are better than ever. So, and what you will see if you do a cross research, even if you go back to the Old King James Version of the Bible, and you compare that to what we have today, you'll see that the differences are pretty minor. So I don't think there's ever been a Bible that people have had over long periods of time that hasn't been accurate, and I think that's God's work. But regardless, you got to pick a translation, and I think I'm just going to roll with that CSB one, which I would need to purchase or get, which that might be step number one, actually. That'll hit up the Amazon wish list, or maybe I might go into a brick and mortar bookstore. Oh, that's kind of a crazy idea these days. Thank you for seeing me and for not going fast. I don't know what I'm going to do with the dead air. I think we'll have to just chop that. Or maybe I should just keep talking incessantly without ceasing. Talk without ceasing. It's actually going to be hard for me. Anywho. So we'll try to read the Bible chronologically. I'm going to say here, and you know what? Maybe I'm just going to say I'm not going to put myself on a timetable. I'm not going to say, John, you got to do this by today. John, you're 5 days behind. John, you're 2 days ahead. And we'll see how that goes. And you know what? Maybe I'll get ahead instead of behind. That might be a good way to do it. This could come together. wonder who gets better gas mileage, me or this little smart car to my left. I get about 70. Apparently I can get 75 is what the manual says. Alright, well, we're about to run a little errand here. Oh, you know, I got a nice little Saturday plan. Gonna Home Depot, maybe Bed Bath & Beyond. Should I? No, I should not. I could. Get a little crazy. Alright, well, anyway, that's it for this. We might do another one soon, but for now, you have been riding with John, and you are no longer riding with John.